Coleman, bro. What type of cow is this? I think that meat lean as hell, though.
Cattle, there was a male steer who really stood out from his herd, and his name was, don't laugh, Knickers. At 6 feet 4 inches tall and 2,800 pounds, this Holstein Friesian steer was roughly the
Yo! Oh! What's good, everybody? Y'all already know why we're here. Scariest hybrid animals that actually exist. And before we get to this, I give a big shout out to the big man above. Go ahead, pay the bills.
There are some truly unique, beautiful, and astounding creatures on this planet. But humans looked at this rich tapestry of creation and thought, what if we just smush these animals together? From monster cows to wild wolf dogs, from solar-powered plant slugs to gross naked chickens. These are some of the
See, that's a problem we're doing, bro. Like, we just I ain't say cross-contamination. We just cross-breeding every single thing, bro. I mean, in a way, we kind of doing it to ourselves too, right? Light skins.
You won't believe exist.
Let's see.
Liger King. Lions have long been called the kings of the jungle, but they're about to be dethroned by a close relative. Introducing the liger, an absolute unit that's the result of a male lion breeding with a female tiger. Ligers are humongous creatures and have been known to stand more than 4 feet at the shoulder, stretch as long as 12 feet, and weigh up to 1,200 pounds.
God dang!
That's twice the size of a refrigerator, and as heavy as a grand piano. For contrast, a purebred African lion on the larger side can grow to be 10 feet long and weigh up to 550.
That is abnormal. Bro, no, there's no way this thing here would survive, bro. Bro, it's not enough antelope out there to be hunted, bro. I wondered, like, when they crossbreed, like, do they have the exact same, like, physical attributes? Like, you know how the tiger is able, like, to leap higher and all this right here, but the lion got, like, brute force,
50 pounds. This easily makes the liger the biggest.
Bro, this is giant. That's scary.
The liger's huge size comes down to a specific mix of genes it's inherited from its parents. A male lion must compete for breeding rights, so his genes promote growth in his offspring to ensure they survive. Usually the genes of a lioness will inhibit this growth so that she can carry multiple offspring, but the genes of a tigress are geared towards producing singular offspring. That means,
in case y'all want to know, bro, hey, tiger versus a lion, who y'all got? I got that tiger, bro. They get down. It's the reason why they live alone, bro. They own radius of land, bro. Bro, they are nothing to play with, bro.
Means they can inhibit the male lion's growth genes in their offspring, leading to one massive liger. It's for this reason if you cross a male tiger with a lioness, you get tigons, which are much smaller and more aggressive than ligers. Sadly, because of this gene switch, ligers and tigons tend to have a lot of health problems and don't usually survive through infancy. As lions and tigers have no naturally overlapping habitats, ligers and tigons only exist in captivity, and it's currently thought there are less than 100 in the world. Considering how huge and aggressive these creatures can be, I'd say that's probably a good thing.
Facts.
Pizzly Poo.
Is that a bear with a... Nah, Let my brain add this. So that's a grizzly bear. Pizzly. With a panda?
Now you understand how hybrid animals are named, you can probably guess what a growler bear is. Yep, the growler bear is the fierce and formidable mix of a grizzly bear and a polar bear.
Damn, that was stupid. That was so fucking stupid. Bro, I don't know why my mind went to that. I don't know why my mind went to a panda. But a panda technically is a bear too, right? You know what I'm talking about?
If the polar bear is the mother, that is. If the polar bear is the father, the creature is embarrassingly called a pizzly bear. But whatever you call them,
a
they're
pizzly bear.
6.5 and 10 feet long and can weigh anywhere from 400 to 1,500 pounds. For comparison, a grizzly bear typically reaches 6.5 feet in length, while a polar bear can grow to about 10, meaning the polar bear comfortably sits between them in size. Interestingly, the growler bear can carry children and give birth to healthy cubs. This is unusual as most hybrid species' mixed genes render them infertile. While the exact number of growler bears isn't known,
One second, y'all. One second. All right, we're back.
they do exist in the wild, and sightings of them have become more common recently. This may be because, unlike tigers and lions,
How do they exist?
fertile. While the exact number of growler bears isn't known, they do exist in the wild.
No, they don't. One live in a. No. Bro, polar bears only exist at the North Pole and Antarctica. No, they don't.
And sightings of them have become more common recently. This may be because, unlike tigers and lions, grizzly and polar bear habitats overlap in the Arctic and Americas.
Oh, grizzly. Yeah, you're right. The grizzly.
This common ground has been increasing with time as global warming impacts the climate of the region.
That's why.
It's been theorized that this increasing overlap, combined with the growler bear's ability to produce offspring, may mean they're the future of bear kind. This might be bad news for us, though, as growlers are apparently more aggressive and much braver than grizzlies. Oh boy, camping is about to get real interesting. What do you think? Would you be sad to see the two species go, or do you welcome our new ursine overlords?
They gotta
Let me know
adapt,
in the
man.
comments down below, and make
Gotta
sure you
adapt,
like
man.
and
We can
subscribe
kill
for
the
more
environment.
eye-opening content like this. Now what have we got
Mother
next?
Nature will
So
not
far, we've
lose.
had
I'm telling you.
ligers, tigons, and pisleys. Oh my. What a wolfen. So,
Whoa, water wolfing.
you know that hulking hybrids walk
Water. That's a dolphin mixed with a whale.
the surface of the earth. I think it's only fair to let you know that the ocean isn't any safer. This bizarre creature is known as the wolfen, and it's what happens when a whale breeds with a dolphin. To be more
Look. Ironically, I know that dolphin can't take that sperm whale. For sure.
specific, it's what happens when a false killer whale breeds with a
Oh.
bottlenose dolphin.
Oh.
Before you get too confused.
Oh,
that
boy.
means
Look,
in
boy.
1995, a wolfen was born to false killer whale.
That thing would
High,
die
and
in-
dolphin
on-
mother Punahele
in impact.
the Honolulu Sea Life Park. The cat was named Kekamalu, which means from the peaceful ocean. Though if you ask me, the resulting creature is a little too creepy looking for that name.
Wolfens are certainly odd-looking creatures. Their heads resemble false killer whales, however their noses are more dolphin-like.
And those teeth are just straight up unsettling. Their color is also a steely gray, which is an interesting halfway point between the coloration of their parents. Before Kekemalu was born, park handlers couldn't imagine a romance blossoming between her parents. After all, Ayanui Kahai was 14 feet long and 2,000 pounds, whereas the mom was 6 feet long and barely 400 pounds. That's what
They get this big? Put this heavy thing up. Grizzly bear. What?
you get for underestimating the power of love, I guess. Kakaimalu grew up quickly, and after just 2 years was larger than her mother. She's now fully grown and gave birth to her own 1/4 false killer whale wolfen calf in 2005. Though extremely rare, wolfens have been spotted in the wild, so the two species may have more in common than we first thought. Love certainly does find a way. Israeli fried goblins. There are many strange and bizarre creatures on Earth, and while some of them might seem ugly, they're no less deserving of life or respect. They can all elicit a sense of awe once you learn a little more about them. That is, unless they're these things. In my opinion, these suck and straight up shouldn't exist.
I don't know, man. It look like it's pretty easy to go put, the hot grease on them. You ain't gotta, defilter them. Just saying.
What you're looking at right now is a
Bro,
pale
that-
red,
that look like a-
feathered
bro,
species of
throw that
chicken
thing right in the
that's
fryer,
been
bro. Look at it.
intentionally bred in Israel. The species was apparently created by interbreeding naturally bare-necked chickens with broiler chickens. So what have these bizarre little goblins
Bro,
been
put the
bred
flyer
for?
on them, bro. It's
Well, in
over.
the farming community, a naturally naked chicken saves workers from having to pluck the feathers once they've been culled. Additionally, when you're farming hundreds of fluffy birds that are all close together, they can generate a lot of heat. It's not uncommon for chickens to overheat and even die in crowded farms.
Told
A
y'all.
chicken without feathers aims to
Oh,
solve
bro,
both of
look,
these
look,
problems.
look, look, look. Look at the chicken wings, bro. Look at the chicken wings, bro.
Crowded farms. A chicken without
Look at the chicken wings. Look at it, bro. Look at the thighs, bro. Come on, bro. This thing, it's ready to go down, y'all.
solve both of those problems. If you think this is a little morbid, consider this. Someone bred a freakish species of bird just to make culling it easier and didn't even bother giving it a proper name. Man, looks like humans are the ugly ones here.
They look good, though.
Incredible cows.
Boy, what? This thing is on Anavar, TRT. Bro. Mix was running.
The height of Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson and weighed about 11 times as much. That's some big knickers. But despite this steer's gargantuan size, even he couldn't.
Why that word so close to, you know what? Because he big? Because he's the strongest one? What is it, huh? Because he's eating the field?
Compete with the man-made hybrid that is the Belgian Blue, sometimes called a super cow. I can see why. This beastly bovine looks like it could give the Man of Steel a run for his money. Now, super cows measure in at roughly 5 feet at the shoulders, but can weigh more than 2,800 pounds.
Damn.
That means compared to knickers, they're carrying much more body weight on a much smaller frame, making them
Dang, look at
the
the muscle
species came into
striations.
existence in the latter half of the 19th century, when domesticated Belgian cattle were bred with imported British shorthorn bulls. It was found these cows were more likely to have a rare double musculature characteristic, which they were then bred for. The trait was a boon for butchers, as a Belgian Blue yields up to 80% more beef than that of a regular cow.
Yeah.
For the farming industry, many claim the breeding of super cows is unethical. This is because many of the cows are so muscular, they have a hard time moving around and living comfortable lives. Belgian Blue meat seems too big for me anyway.
I want a piece of that.
I'm more of a grazer.
I want a piece of that.
Hungry like the wolf dog. If you think your dog is a troublemaker, boy, be thankful you've never had to house train a wolf dog. As the name
I think people,
suggests, these
like,
canines are the
still
result
to this
of
day
breeding
got,
wolves
like,
with regular domesticated
Wolves
dogs.
domesticated in their
Breeding
houses,
is
bro.
more likely to be successful between wolves and dog breeds that are already more wolf-like, such as huskies, German shepherds, and malamutes. Wolf dogs don't occur in the wild
That
very
thing, they got
often,
rabies.
as wolves are generally territorial and untrusting of creatures outside of their tight-knit packs. Wolf dogs themselves tend to be wilder and less predictable than regular dogs. This makes sense when you think about it. After all, dogs are just wolves humans have selectively bred over centuries to be calmer and easier to control. By breeding one with a wolf, you're kinda just undoing all the hard work you
facts.
put into domesticating them. Wolf dogs can weigh up to 120 pounds and stand as tall as 3 feet at the shoulder. On average, this makes them
They look kinda like a
about as tall as
coyote, too.
wolves, if a bit leaner. Don't let that fool you, though. These semi-wild poochies have been known to jump over 8 feet in a single bound. Their closeness to wolves also means they prefer a diet of raw meat mixed with grain-free kibble. Though some can be sweet and easygoing, their general unpredictability and strength means you aren't advised to get one as a pet. So if you see one down at the pound,
Huh?
She's seen her car on the front porch.
Oh, Christmas present?
She want to drive it.
What's
She
this?
said, Daddy, go tell Daddy. Yeah, her car cute, baby.
Mommy, I did. Mommy. Mommy.
Yeah, the wolf.
Woof, woof. Woof, woof, woof. What's that?
Dang, that bowl look real nice.
Daddy,
For me and my son.
There you go, man. Y'all get out of here.
Daddy,
No, y'all.
Can we put her car together?
Daddy,
Oh, no, it's
No,
too early.
too early.
Daddy,
I know. Hold on, I got to pay bills, baby.
Come on, let's go.
What you want to get everything in the store? I'm tired too.
Go for the Chihuahua instead. Serval options. We're going from wild wolf dogs to curious cats with this next creature couple. A serval is an interesting kitty, being one of Africa's lesser-known predator cats. Unlike big cats, however, the serval only stands about 2 feet tall, weighs under 40 pounds, and has a head that looks just a little too small for its body. At this size, the cat is small enough that some very troubled breeders experimented with what it could mate with. This tawny tabby is a savanna cat and is the result of breeding a serval with a regular everyday house cat. The slender savanna cat is a little taller than your average.
I actually like the way they
and
look.
about a foot
If I was
and
to get a
half
cat,
tall,
it'd be a
with
cat
the
like that.
serval's distinct stripes and spots all over its fur. This distinctive appearance has made the savanna cat a popular pet, though it's
See?
reportedly
Yeah,
much
yeah.
more territorial and aggressive than regular cats. A savanna cat can take advantage of both
They be
owners
sounding
and
so
other pets, and
evil
for
when they
these
be-
reasons, it's illegal to own one in certain U.S. states like Hawaii and Georgia. Servals have also been bred with caracals, which are noble-looking cats found in India and Africa. Caracals are roughly the same size as servals, and even though their habitats do overlap, caraval or cervical hybrids are exceptionally rare and have only ever been seen in captivity. However wild these crossbreeds may sound, don't be fooled. They're still cats, through and through. The living lettuce.
Let me find out a snail and a piece of lettuce that made it somehow. There's no way. There's no way.
Remember when you were little and your mom would say, "You are what you eat"? Well, that may not be true for us, but it certainly is for this little guy. Meet the green sea slug, or the eastern emerald elysia, when it's trying to show off. This unassuming gastropod can be found all along the United States eastern coast and can grow to be about 2.5 inches long. So what makes it a hybrid? Well, this greedy species has gobbled up so much algae over the centuries that it's developed the ability to produce its own chlorophyll, making it half slug,
What?
half plant. Chlorophyll is the
That is
substance
cra-
that allows plants to
Man,
convert
nature
sunlight
is
into
so
energy,
beautiful, y'all.
effectively making the green sea slug the world's first solar-powered slug. As well as
What?
the first freaky plant-animal hybrid. It might help to think of the slug as more of a hybrid car than a hybrid animal. Hybrid cars can run on a mixture of both gas and electricity, and the sea slug is the same way. Except instead of gas and electricity, the slug runs on food and solar power. That's pretty impressive. Maybe in another 20 years, it'll just run on batteries.
That's amazing, y'all. Real talk.
Jeopardous jag lions.
So it's a leopard and jag. Okay, all right.
Jaguars and lions are both incredibly imposing felines. Lions are muscular monsters with males typically weighing around 420 pounds. While jaguars are a little leaner at an average of 260 pounds, they're still the third largest big cat in the world and are more devious and sneaky hunters than the lion. Both cats are apex predators, meaning they're at the very top of their respective food chains. Lions can take down huge buffalo, while jaguars regularly prey on ferocious caiman. Imagine the
That's
offspring
crazy.
these two terrible hunters would produce. Now, imagine it in stealth mode. These two cats are Jazara and Tsunami, and they're the offspring of Lioness Lola and Black Jaguar Diablo in Bear Creek Sanctuary. As lions primarily roam Africa and jaguars mainly stalk the Amazon, they may be the only jaglions in the world. As you can tell, Jazara has inherited his father's melanistic genes, meaning he has a higher than normal level of pigment-producing cells that make his fur jet black. Considering Jazara takes more after his jaguar father, he's likely more inclined to be a nighttime stealth hunting machine like him. With his dark coloring and that extra pinch of lion muscle,
It look tough though,
I'm
yo. I ain't gonna
certain
lie. If I had that
predators
picture, I
out
hang it
there
up.
stalking the jungle.
That thing look
Jazara
tough.
and
Look
Tsunami still live in Bear Creek to
majestic,
this
bro.
day with their parents, who are apparently inseparable. Can you imagine an argument breaking out in that enclosure? And you thought your family was
Surprised you ain't calling them liggers or jiggers. Since you call it the big cow, you know, knickers.
intense. Blacktip terror. I'm willing to bet that if you were out swimming in the ocean and saw a shark fin poking out of the water, you'd be pretty scared.
Yep, even a
Well,
dolphin.
I'm here to tell you that if that shark fin has a little black tip at the top, you should be even more scared. The Australian black-tip shark lives primarily in warmer climates, like as its name suggests, the Australian coast, and can be identified by the little black tips on its fins. The shark comes in at around 5.2 feet, and while a shark of any size is scary, comparatively speaking, that's not that big. Regular black-tip sharks, however, usually live over 1,000 miles away from Australia.
Man, he could still take
They
a chunk
grow
off,
to
man.
about 6.6 feet, but have been known to grow to as large as 8 feet. Australians should be pretty worried then that their comparatively dinky black-tip sharks have been having hybrid babies with the larger breed. A group of Australian researchers identified not one, not two, but 57 hybridized black-tip sharks not far from the northern Australian coast. It's theorized that, like the growler bear, the hybrid blacktip might be the result of changing climates and expanding habitats. This
Gotta
is
adapt,
especially
man.
worrying as regular
Mother
blacktips
Nature gonna
are
win
known to
every
bite
time at the
humans.
end of the day, yo.
As if Australians didn't have enough deadly animals to
Even
worry
if it
about
caused
already.
our extinction, Mother Nature will be here. Somehow.
Oh,
Facts.
dog. Sometimes it's just impossible to make a relationship work. Your personalities might clash, you might want different things for the future, or one of you might be 22 times the size of the other. What? The next monstrosity we're about to meet is the Chidang-Dane. If you've been paying attention
Don't
to
tell
the
me it's a
image in the-
Great Dane and a Chihuahua. Who is that sick in the mind to let a Chihuahua take a Great Dane? Because we know that Chihuahua is not getting on top of that Great Dane. Who
If
got
you
a
know
sick
anything
mind
about
like this,
dog
bro?
breeds, I bet your eyes are widening right now. That's because the average Great Dane stands between 30 and 34 inches tall and can weigh up to 200 pounds. But a Chihuahua tends to grow between 6 and 9 inches tall and weighs just 2 to 6 pounds. Just look at these two next to each other. As with several previous examples, intrepid breeders are the villains of this story, as they initially tried to breed a male Great Dane with a female Chihuahua. Ouch. After
Ouch. I know that thing fell miserably. But come
this,
on,
they attempted
man.
artificial insemination, but the little Chihuahua just couldn't carry the massive baby to term. Eventually, the breeders came to their senses, and a male Chihuahua and female Great Dane mated. I can only assume a stepladder was involved somehow, but eventually, for God knows what reason, the Chidang-Dane was born. Sometimes more respectfully called the Great Mexican Dog, the resulting breed is strange. It has a long body and short stubby legs, with a large head that's shaped like that of a greyhound. The dogs are known to be loyal
Hey,
and
bro,
friendly
y'all
and
sick,
typically
man.
grow to be twice the size of a Chihuahua, but still much smaller than a Great Dane. Now, it's not a bad dog, but I think these breeders
Y'all
were so
sick.
preoccupied with whether or not they could that they didn't stop to think if they should. Yayam legend. In the movies, the mighty Godzilla is supposed to reside at the bottom of the ocean, but from the look of this next creature, I think he might be on land. This is Yai, and he's one very special croc. Yai is the only known hybrid crocodile in the world, his
What you
parents
mix with?
being a saltwater crocodile and a Siamese crocodile. But that's not the only record he holds. You see, Yai is a noticeably big boy. Just look at those other crocs next to him. In the year 2000, the Guinness World Records pronounced him the world's largest crocodile in captivity, coming in at an overwhelming 19 feet 8 inches long and weighing over 2,645 pounds. That's as long as a giraffe is tall and almost twice as heavy as an adult cow. Even scarier, Yai has apparently grown since then, and by some accounts is now 21 feet long. Oftentimes, first-generation hybrid animals can grow to be much larger than either of their parents. This is a phenomenon known as hybrid vigor, and may explain why Yai ended up as massive as he did. It's amazing Yai has grown up to 21 feet. I mean, most crocodiles just have 4. Ba-dum-dum.
Y'all, look at the crocodiles beside him, bro.
Yeah, I'll see myself out for. Ba-dum-dum. 21 feet.
Bro, look at, like,
I mean, most crocodiles.
bro, he's winning the gene pool, bro. Nobody else is breeding in that pool, y'all, besides him. And ain't no crocodile got nothing to say about it either. What?
Crocodiles just have 4. Ba-dum-dum. Yeah, I'll see myself out for that one. Monpig? So far, the true hybrids we've looked at have had just 2 parents of different species. This next animal, however, is the work of humans dabbling in hybridization and using the results for their own gain. In 2019, scientists in China were able to successfully breed a pig with monkey genes in a lab environment, essentially creating the world's first monkey pig. While the piglets looked perfectly normal, a small portion of their genes came from cynomolgus monkeys, also known as crab-eating macaques. The goal of the hybrid wasn't to create a pig that loves eating crabs, though. It was to further our understanding of gene manipulation. The hope is that experiments like these will eventually allow scientists to grow human organs in animals for transplant purposes. Unfortunately, we still have a lot to learn, as the 2 monkey pigs sadly passed away within just 1 week of being born. But the experiment hadn't been in vain. The monkey DNA had been manipulated to produce a bright fluorescent protein.
I can already tell you sick scientists, bro. I know what y'all was doing. It just that y'all didn't cross that line. Y'all was above the line. You wanted this to be human, didn't you? You nasty, psychotic bull.
So the cells could be easily observed in the pig's liver, spleen, heart, and lungs. If you think this whole thing sounds a little creepy, well, it's just the tip of the geneberg. Pig manky? Question: what do monkeys, pigs, and people all have in common? Answer: they're all part of the all-you-can-splice gene buffet. The Salk Institute is an international group of scientists that have been hard at work attempting to advance our understanding of genetic manipulation. Their end goal is similar to those of the previously mentioned Chinese scientists, to be able to one day grow human organs inside of animal donors. The Salk Institute, however, skipped a few steps. Instead of beginning with pigs carrying monkey DNA, they went straight to pigs with human DNA. Human cells were merged with a pig embryo, which was carried by a pig for 3 to 4 weeks.
Who got on top of a pig? Who did it? Who did it? Come on. Somebody did it. Come on. They say you look a pig in the eye, it look just like a human. Come on, who did it?
After this period, the embryo was removed so it could be studied in detail.
Yeah, study,
Casting
huh?
a wide net.
You did it! You did it! You look like the type of person that would do it. The pig freak-offs.
Undertook a similar study which involved placing human cells into the embryo of a rhesus macaque monkey. This embryo was given even less time to develop, between just 1 and 2 weeks. Technically, these embryos were chimeras and not hybrids, as the creatures were merely one species with another's DNA inside it, rather than a 50-50 split crossbreed. Mixing human and animal DNA is extremely controversial and cannot be publicly funded in the U.S. Thus far, all funding has come from private donors, presumably billionaires that want to make flying monkey minions a reality. The result of all these tests conclude that we have a long, long way to go before artificial organ growth becomes a reality. In the pig-human embryo study, only about 1 in every 100,000 cells were human, which is 0.00001%. This means that right now, even if organs could be grown in donor animals, they'd contain so little human DNA, they'd be rejected by a human host. But in 2020, the most human non-human so far was created in Japan.
What?
Researchers were able to record a mouse embryo that contained 4% human cells, and while this is hugely impressive, the research still needs a lot of time to develop. Poor choice of words.
Bro, like, this is bad, bro. Like, we're creating souls that are not supposed to even be created, bro. We're going too far down the rabbit hole, bro. What in the sick-minded, freak-off nature is this, bro? I mean, bro, who think of money? Y'all come down to the money, y'all. Paying bills. Who gonna get the freak? I said freak. Who gonna be the first person to have a pig that like you? Bro, this is it can be sold in the circus, man. Hope y'all enjoyed the video, man. This is a crazy video. Wow.